Time I hear that story, I have to pinch myself that was me. It is truly an honor to be standing in front of all of you today. I feel privileged to be a part of this historical celebration. What I wanted to do this afternoon is to share some of my experiences of being a patient here at UC Irvine Medical Center and to express my gratitude to a few of the key people who led to my survival. First of all, I am confident that if I was not in this hospital on the morning of April 29th, 2007, I know I would not be alive. This statement has been validated by other doctors at the hospital where I delivered, for they also have no question that UC Irvine Medical Center saved my life. The trauma team here has a distinguished reputation in the fact that UC Irvine has its own internal blood donor center. Making plenty of blood readily available was crucial to my survival. As Maureen said, I took over 60 units of blood products during my cardiac arrest and the surgery following my resuscitation. Any other hospital in Orange County would have run out of the blood necessary to keep me alive. I want to start by recognizing Dr. Matthew Dolich, who I feel saved my life. This doctor is a young physician with amazing skill and has a heart of gold. He is so humble that even today, he would probably not acknowledge that he saved my life. There are two stories, and there are many stories, that I want to share with you that I feel exemplifies Dr. Dolich's character. The first is that on the morning of my cardiac arrest, after he had been up all night after he had been up in surgery all night with me, Dr. Dolich saw my parents in the cafeteria with some friends who came to support them. He asked if he could sit down and join them. He sat with my parents and talked to them, relaying all the events that took place that morning. My parents and their friends were highly impressed with his expression of compassion. The second story is that on Memorial Day, my husband Dwayne brought our son Brian for a visit. It was a beautiful day, and I was allowed to go out in the wheelchair and sit in the sun and have a visit with Brian. Dr. Dolich walked by and saw us. He came over and asked to hold Brian. He held him for a few minutes and I asked him, "Don't you have someone more important to be?" He replied, "Are you kidding me? This is the moment I've been waiting for." He spent a good 15 minutes with us, and I heard him quietly telling Brian as he continued to hold Brian, "You've got a really brave mommy." These moments define Dr. Dolich's humanity, and I love knowing that the residents here are being trained by a doctor with this caliber of bedside manner. I also want to thank Dr. Michael Lekowa. Like Maureen said, he came in the early morning of my cardiac arrest on his night off, which was his birthday, when Dr. Dolich called him to request his assistance. Without question or hesitation, Dr. Lecko came in so that Dr. Dolich could attend to my situation. This incident alone demonstrates the camaraderie of the doctors here at UC Irvine Medical Center. I also want to acknowledge Dr. Paul Suding, who is a surgical resident called to my bedside right before I went into cardiac arrest. It was his skill and expertise that kept me alive until Dr. Dolich could come to assist him. Dr. Mary Ann Sinat. She played a vital role in getting me transferred from the hospital where I delivered into UC Irvine's intensive care unit quickly. I thank her for getting me where I needed to be. There are a couple of doctors who are of the utmost importance and whom I've never been able to thank. Dr. Christine Hollister was the anesthesiologist who attended to my needs while I was in surgery for over 4 hours. Dr. Nefertiti DuPont was the OB surgeon who performed my emergency hysterectomy. Dr. Richard Newman was the hematologist who met the task of coordinating over 60 units of blood and blood products during my resuscitation and my surgery. I thank each of you and admire your expertise in helping to keep me alive. During the next 6 weeks of my stay at UC Irvine Medical Center, I think I saw a doctor from every team imaginable. I recall that all were excellent in their field and demonstrated deep compassion regarding my situation. I appreciate each one of them. In addition to the highly skilled doctors at UC Irvine Medical Center, I encountered many wonderful, caring nurses. I would like to recognize the following nurses. Rita Farrick from the Intensive Care Unit. Her gentle manner was comforting, while her competence and experience gave me and my family the reassurance that we needed. Maricel Barrientos is a nurse from the Intensive Care Unit whom I will never forget. As the night after I transferred to UC Irvine Medical Center, I was sobbing as I wanted to be with my son, who was still in the neonatal intensive care unit at the hospital where I delivered. In an attempt to comfort me, she took the time to wash my hair in bed with shampoo and water, which was so therapeutic to me. Maricel was also the nurse who was in charge of my care at the time of my cardiac arrest. Another nurse from the ICU was Lynn Blair. She transported me to get a CT scan one day, and I was having major difficulty breathing. I literally wondered if that was the end for me. Her decision-making skills were impeccable that day, as she called off the CT scan, rushed me back to the intensive care unit, where I was met by a team of doctors and clinicians who monitored me in the event I went to cardiac arrest again. They gave me multiple breathing treatments, and thankfully, I was able to recover. The next time I saw Lynn, I thanked her for saving my life. Finally, there's a nurse from Ford Tower, John Chun. This nurse defines excellence. He anticipated my needs so intently. He always went the extra mile to make sure I was comfortable, both physically and emotionally, and he was always being sure to meet my family's needs as well. Anytime John was my nurse, I was confident that my day was going to run smoothly. The rehabilitation department at UC Irvine Medical Center is also exceptional. I saw clinicians from the speech, occupational, and physical therapy departments, and all helped me reach my ultimate goal of going home to be home with my husband and our new baby. I want to thank the physical therapist, Dana Coella, who was hard on me at times, but knew that's what I needed to reach my goal. She helped me to be realistic about how long and difficult the rehab process was going to be. She told me it was going to be approximately 1.5 years before I fell back to normal, and she was right. I also want to thank the case manager from the trauma team, Sandy Stein. She worked intensely to see that my transition home to my parents for further rehab went as well as possible. I appreciate her hard work and fine attention to detail. Finally, Mr. Tom Wright of Environmental Services. He has been an employee of UC Irvine for almost 39 years, and you would not know it. Every morning he came into my room, he came in with an uplifting attitude and an uplifting presence. His humming and kind words set my tone for the day. Thank you, Tom. You make a difference in the lives of patients. Overall, my experience as a patient here at UC Irvine Medical Center is one that I or my family will never forget. We will forever be saying how UC Irvine Medical Center was a hospital that saved my life and gave me the opportunity to be a mother to my son. And for this, is everybody okay? Keep going? Okay. I'll start from the top. Overall, my experience as a patient was something that I or my family will never forget. We will forever be saying how UC Irvine Medical Center was a hospital that saved my life and gave me the opportunity to be a mother to my son. And for that, I'm grateful every single day of my life. So from the bottom of my heart, I once again want to thank all the physicians, nurses, residents, clinicians, staff, blood donors, friends, and supporters of UC Irvine Medical Center. It is through your dedication and support of this hospital, and now this amazing state-of-the-art new hospital, that lives within the Orange County community will be forever changed, just like mine. Thank you so much.
Be proud to work